Hello, what's up everybody? I am going to be doing this live stream about, so it's going to be planning a programming project, but it's just, I mean, that's not what the whole thing is about. It's about becoming a better programmer and what to learn next. Um, as I said, what's next? Like, what should I learn to do next? Like after this JavaScript thing, um, and that's what we're gonna go over in this video. So becoming a programmer isn't just about learning stuff, and it's not just about learning. It's about doing. That's literally what it says, but it says doing. Like, so you made a bunch of programs in this course in the challenges and projects, but now you should come up with ideas for new programs. Ideas are that you're personally really excited about, and try to turn those into actual programs. You probably won't know everything you need for your program when you start it, and that's totally okay. You'll be motivated to learn those new things because of how much you want to make your program real. Programmers are consistently learning new things for new projects every day, and that's part of why we love it so much. So they show us a step process. So what do you want to make? What's your favorite game? Arcade game, board game, sports game? And then what's your favorite academic fields? If you That's another one. What's your favorite movie or TV show? Can you make a digital version of a scene or a character from it? Make a game based off of it. What's a real life gadget that you love? Can you make a simulation of it? And then once you pick the idea, write a description for it. For example, if I decide to make a clone of a Breakout, that's because that's my favorite retro arcade game, I might write Breakout, a game where you control a paddle at the bottom of the screen, and you use it to hit the ball upwards in angles to break bricks. The goal is to break all the bricks and not let the ball through the ground too many times. You'll flesh that description out later, but for now that gives you a good enough idea to keep going in the playing process. And then what technology would you use? So there's the technology. Um, it's going to be JS or processing JS. But there's different ones. There's JS HTML, there's Python, Scratch, Swift, C++, all that stuff. And then what features will be included in it. So it will, you can do mockups like this guy did: breakout, start, help, then score, live stream, how to play it. You won, you lost, and then the restart goes to this screen again. Now you can use those mockups as to help you make a feature list where you think of every feature in your program to make a list, and then here's what he did. So it's scene by scene. But what features must it include? And to help you figure out the importance of the feature, ask yourself these questions. And then they shows up questions. So there's player 1, well, not player 1, there's P1, P2, P3, P2, P2. P3 is the screen, like is the last screen, and the win and lose are a part of the main scene. Whatever gets up, and then it's all that. How would you implement it? and then the objects. Like you just have to get the code up, and then what's your timeline? Week 1 do this, week 2 do this, week 3 do this, week 4 do this, week 5 do this, week 6 do that, and then are you ready? Hopefully this gives you an idea of the process of planning a programming project that inspires you to start a project now. Depending on what you want to build, you might also decide to go through other courses first, like Advanced JS Games and Visualizations, or Advanced JS Natural Simulations, to give you more ideas for building games and simulations. The important thing is to make sure you start making your own programs at some point, because that is where you'll learn the most, and also where you'll get the most joy out of programming, because you're making your dreams into reality. So that's pretty much what this document's talking about. I'm going to do this, so I'm going to get it into chat, which is right there, make it as a pin message. So that's the link for the becoming a better programmer thing. So let's watch this video, playing with Pseudocode, and then after we watch it, then we'll do the what to learn next. So let me mute my mic, and yeah, this is the last video for this intro to JS.
When we write a program, we're figuring out a way to turn the brilliant ideas in our head into actual code. Here, I want to talk about a technique that many programmers use to do that, and it's what we call pseudocode. Now, pseudocode is probably a word you've never heard before, but basically, it's code that looks a lot like English, or really whatever language you like to talk in. Well, okay, that may not make sense, so let's talk through an actual example. So let's say that I want to draw a nice symmetrical face. So I might start by looking at myself in the mirror and maybe sketching it out and seeing, okay, well, I have this oval face, I have 2 eyes, and they're about at this level, and this is what the center of the face is, and now I have an idea for what I want my face to look like. So I'll start writing it in pseudocode. So let's see, the first thing we'd want to do is draw the face, which is an oval in the center. Then we'd want to draw the 2 eyes, which are 2 ovals about 2/3 up the face, and maybe 1/5 the size of the face. Not exact math there, just looking at my own face. And then we draw the mouth, which is a line going halfway across the face, and maybe 1/3 of the way up. So notice how I write my pseudocode as comments by starting each line with the 2 slashes here. That way I can write my pseudocode in the program itself and not have to worry about getting any syntax errors, because the program will ignore comments. Now that I've written this in pseudocode, I can spend the time to turn each of these lines of pseudocode into actual bits of code. Right, so let's see, for the face and the oval in the center, well, that I'll use the ellipse function for, and I'll, figure out the center of the screen here, and figure out a nice size. Okay, that looks good. For the eyes, once again, those are ellipses. Everything on my face is an ellipse. I'm very round. And it's going to be, let's see, we'll do some math here to get the eyes at a nice place. And make them about fit the size. Okay, that looks good for the first eye. I'll just copy paste, make the next eye. Great. Now I can even leave my pseudocode for a friend to implement, and they probably could because they can, I've given this really nice description. So I'm going to do that here because, we're friends, right? So you might think, this is silly. Why are we going through the effort to write our program twice? First in human language and then in program language. Well, this example was pretty simple, but pretty soon you'll be building more complex programs. And it may be hard for you to keep the whole program in your head before coding it. So what I usually do is write the general idea in pseudocode first, and then I'll spend more time on the details of each parts of that idea, converting each line of pseudocode into real code. I think you'll find that once you start using pseudocode, you'll do it more and more. Try it in your next program and see.
Okay, so that was just talking about pseudocode, which is comments that you write as your action, like a description of what you're going to do. So what to learn next? Okay, so have you watched all of the talk-throughs and complete all challenges up to this point? Awesome. Before talking about what you want to learn next, let's review what you've learned so far: JavaScript and processing JS. So this is just a review of JavaScript, reviews processing JS, learning more. Now there's a ton of ways you can keep learning programming, both by going deeper into what you learned so far or learning something related. Learn more on Khan Academy. We have 3 advanced tracks here on Khan Academy with articles and challenges. It's the advanced JS and the games, visualizations, then the natural simulations recommended for those who have some familiarity with basic trigonometry and physics, like in high school. Algorithms recommended for those who've done logarithms / functions, like in Algebra 2, which I'm in Algebra. Well, I'm in Algebra 1, I think. Yeah, okay. And then learn more JavaScript. There's Treehouse JavaScript Foundations, Mozilla Developer Network, Code Academy JavaScript, W3 Schools JS Tutorial, Eloquent JavaScript. So there's still more to learn about JavaScript as a language in several places that you can learn online. You may find that you already know the basics in these tutorials, so skip over them until you don't know something or review them as a practice. And then learning more processing JS. Processing JS is a powerful library. We've introduced half of it. Besides our advanced tutorials on games visualization and natural simulations, you can also watch tutorials created by members of our community, which is advanced tutorials and making a pop dots game. Work on a big project, brainstorm, um, pick one that you think would be hard but not too hard, plan it out using a pseudocode, sketching on paper, or writing up in a document. Start programming it when you're stuck. Try to find programs that do similar things, either from our official talk-throughs or from the community, and ask questions on them. Share it with your friends and family when you're done. Reflect on how much you learned. Learn web development, Khan Academy, HTML, CSS, Treehouse, build a website, Code HS, HTML. So the web development is in HTML and CSS. And then it shows that learning new languages. There's Python, Java, Objective-C, Ruby, and PHP. So PHP I don't use for web servers. I don't know if I'm probably not going to do PHP because I don't know if I should do that. Create web servers, Ruby, no. So Objective-C is used to make iPhone apps. Learn it on Make Games with Us or Treehouse. And Java, used to make Android apps, which is one of the things that I want to do. Which learning it on Treehouse, and then Python, used for web servers. and data processing, learn it on Code Academy. Code Academy, Treehouse, or with this interactive online textbook. And that, my friends, are the last of everything. So that was the end of our half of our processing JS journey. Wait, was my let me see, my chat's not going down. I feel like that's too small. Do you think? I think that's. I don't know. I feel like that's too small of for that. Yeah, that looks like way too small, but never mind about that. If you guys want, you guys can leave, and I hope you guys like this video. And this will be the end of processing JS and JS. So, if you guys want me to do if you want me to go with games and visualizations, if you want me to stream every time that I have free time, then I will do that. Just leave me a comment down below saying which one of these you want me to live stream or make videos about and stuff, and I hope I will see you guys in the next live stream. It's probably going to be either VR, Rec Room, or Beat Saber, or maybe just some other game. I don't know. I hope you guys liked the like the intro to JavaScript. Well, JS means JavaScript. If you've heard me say JS and you don't know what it means JavaScript. So hope you guys like this video. See you guys later.